Hello, middle three. We will continue lesson 1, cell division. Number 2, meiotic cell division or meiosis. It is a kind of cell division that occurs in the reproductive cells, at which the cell divides into 4 new cells, gametes. Each cell contains half the number or haploid number of chromosomes of the parent reproductive cells. Its importance: in humans and animals, this division occurs in the testis to produce the male gametes, sperms, and in the ovary to form the female gametes, ova, to complete sexual reproduction. In flowering plants, this division occurs in the anther to produce the pollen grains, and in the flower ovary to form an egg to complete sexual reproduction. Give reason, meiosis is known as a reduction division because each produced cell contains half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell. Interphase, the stage where the chromosomes are doubled once and takes place before the beginning of the first meiotic division. Phases of meiosis: first meiotic division and second meiotic division. First meiotic division, it aims to reduce the number of chromosomes to half the number of chromosomes. Prophase 1. Chromatin reticulum intensifies and appears in the form of distinct chromosomes. Chromosomes are arranged in homologous pairs. Each pair consists of 4 chromatids are called Tetrad. They are arrangement of homologous pairs of chromosomes where each pair consists of 4 chromatids. At the end of the prophase 1, nuclear membrane disappears. Every 2 homologous chromosomes in the tetrad start to move away from each other. The spindle fibers appear and connect to the chromosomes at the centromere. Metaphase 1. In this phase, chromosomes pairs arrange on the cell's equator. Anaphase 1. Spindle fibers shrink so every 2 homologous chromosomes start to move away from each other. One of the 2 chromosomes migrates towards a cell pool, and the other migrates towards the other pool. Each pool contains half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell. Telophase 1. In this phase, at each of the cells pools, a nuclear membrane is formed around the chromosomes. So, there are 2 nuclei. Each one has half the original number of chromosomes of the parent cell. Then, the cell enters into the second meiotic division. Second meiotic division. It aims to increase the number of produced cells. Each cell is called the gamete, containing half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell. Each cell of the 2 cells, which resulted from the first meiotic division, is divided in a way similar to mitotic division phases. In the final phase, or telophase 2, of this division, 4 cells are produced and each of them contains half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell. When the male gamete combines with the female gamete, the zygote is formed. It contains the original number of the organism's chromosomes. Thus, the number of chromosomes remains constant in the cells of members of the same species. So, male gamete haploid number of chromosomes with female gamete haploid number of chromosomes give us zygote with diploid number of chromosomes, 2n. The crossing over phenomenon. It is a phenomenon that takes place at the end of prophase 1, where some parts of the two inner chromatids of each tetrad are exchanged to produce new genetic arrangements. The importance of the crossing over phenomenon, it works on variation of genetic traits among the members of the same species, where it contributes or shares in exchanging of genes that carry genetic traits between the two homologous chromosomes, inner chromatid, and distributing them randomly in gametes. So the difference between mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis, its location, it takes place in somatic cells, but meiosis, it takes place in reproductive cells. The importance of mitosis: growth of living organisms, compensation of damaged cell, completing the asexual reproduction process. In meiosis, formation of gametes to complete sexual reproduction process. In mitosis, resulting cells, two cells, each cell contains the same number of chromosomes, 2n of the parent cells. In meiosis, 4 cells, each cell contains a half number of chromosomes, n of the parent cell. In mitosis, the stages of division. One stage includes 4 phases, which are Prophase, Metaphase, Anaphase, Tetrad. In meiosis, 2 stages: first meiosis division and second meiosis division. Technological application: nanotechnology and cancer treatment. Cancer occurs when the body cells are divided continually without controlling. The mass resulted from this division is called the tumor. Using nanotechnology, scientists have developed smart microscope bulbs that penetrate the cancer cells and explode them from the inside. They were used to kill the cancer cells in an experimental mice. Mice suffered from cancer were able to live 300 days after this treatment. As for mice that didn't receive treatment, they did not live more than 43 days. The Egyptian scientist Dr. Mustafa Said discovered a way to detect the cancer cells. This technique starts by loading proteins. They have the ability to attach it to the cancerous cell secretions with nanomolecules of gold and then injecting them into the patient. The infected cell surface proteins get intertwined with the golden molecules to make it possible to monitor the infected cells through a microscope, each cell separately. The method of treatment is focusing laser with a certain degree to the gold molecules. Then it absorbs the light and converts it into heat, which leads to burn and kill the infected cell that has stuck to them.